Bro. Oh, here we are, man. Here we are. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, it's Evan Layton with HTown Happy Hour.
Derrick Diotalevi here with HTown Happy Hour.
And our two very special guests today.
Very special guests.
Very special. Us. Us. This is our very special episode today. We it is Father's Day. Huge shout out to everyone that's spending time
Happy
with
Father's Day.
with their their parents and everything of that nature. And we decided to go ahead and get an episode in of our own.
Yeah, so today's gonna be a unique interview. We're gonna interview each other. We're gonna interview each other, kind of tell y'all about HTown Happy Hour, how we kind of got started and how it got it running, where we're at, some struggles we had.
I kind of found there was a similar vibe with a lot of the people that we brought on the show and most people we come in contact with.
What's that? What's that?
What is HTown Happy Hour is what they ask. And if you check out the video we're about to put out this week, you'll see what is HTown Happy Hour.
Yeah. It's HTown Happy Hour is everything happening in Houston. That's our go-to answer. Yeah. And if we can be real with you, it's vague.
Yeah, it's a little bit out there, but we want to create the we want to entice and intrigue people. You know what I mean?
I feel like a real answer is kind of like it's anything we wanted to make it. We wanted to build a brand. We saw the wave with social media happening, 5-6 years ago. And we just were like, let's get in on this. Like, social media is the next big thing. Facebook, Instagram, and it's only exploded, dude.
And one of the biggest things about it that most people didn't realize about it was what the hell is the mystery behind social media and how do you capitalize on it?
Right.
How do you capitalize on this gigantic wave that's just, here you go.
Well, if I can add one comment, we surfed that wave. We are surfing that wave. Yeah, so
no, but in all honesty, he's not playing one bit. I mean, if you want to talk about a little bit more about what we were doing, I mean, like, do you remember back in 2015 whenever we were just two dudes running around with cameras?
Yep.
Just in the city, just going, hey, snap, snap, hey, y'all look, snap, snap, snap. Look at that. That picture looks good. HTown Happy Hour, come check our shit.
So that's kind of how we built the brand to start. That's how, we got 160K followers on Facebook, 50K on IG now.
But I'll tell you, the excitement at 1,000 likes is the same as at 162,000 likes.
Sure was.
Yeah,
when we hit 1,000 followers on Facebook, we were like, yeah,
this is it.
We made it.
This is it. And then tell you, almost 10 years later, now here we are.
Yeah. Well, 10 will be even bigger.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
So yeah, like he said, that's literally how we started. We just picked up some cameras, built the brand, and we went around taking pictures at bars and restaurants and stuff, totally free. We weren't even getting paid. We just went, passed out our cards to everyone, was like, yo, check out your pictures on HTown Happy Hour.
And a lot of people would.
Yep.
They would follow it, and I mean, imagine yourself out having a good night, enjoying yourself. You got two people running around in the same shirt going, hey, look at this. Click. Hey, come check our brand out.
Yeah.
Well, even just like that video the other day, whenever we were doing, one of the first people that we went up to, we were like, hey.
Take our picture.
No. Whenever we were like, hey, what is the toxic relationship? He goes, my girl watches this show. Y'all famous as shit.
That was huge.
Y'all famous as shit. I'm not saying nothing, man.
Yeah. But I
don't mean to toot the horn of H-Town, but that's literally his words.
Yep.
And it was just it was so great because we're over there at like 1:30 in the morning doing these interviews, and to hear that late night is just kind of like, all right, well, thanks.
Yeah.
Glad we're here.
So, why don't you tell everyone who exactly are you? How did you kind of get started in this world?
Oh, awesome. Name's Evan Layton, Hey, put it there. Derrick Diotalevi.
Diotalevi.
Okay, nice to meet you, man.
You can just call me Big D.
No.
Okay.
Not gonna happen.
Okay. Or not.
I can't do that, bro.
Throwing it out there.
I'll call you Dunkets, which might actually be an okay name,
I'll call you E-Buckets.
All right, fair enough. How'd you get the name Dunkets?
Because I'll be dunking on it.
I'll be throwing up the alley-oop and he be slam dunks.
All right, so Evan Layton, who's that?
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, all right. So I was born down here in Nassau Bay, and, did a little bit of moving around. Ended up in Seattle for a while, graduated school in Seattle, Washington, then came down here in December of 2009, went to school out here, did my thing, and then
So you had roots here. You came back and visited a lot, or what?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I mean, my granddad was the city manager of Galveston.
Wow.
The first city manager of Galveston.
Wow.
Which was pretty wild because, I'm reading newspaper articles and it's like Robert Layton says Hurricane Carla was a big, because he got there whenever Hurricane Carla hit.
Yeah.
And then my grandmother did real estate, and then my other grandma, my mom's mom, she had Montessori schools around here.
Oh, no way. Throughout Houston.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
she had 3 of them in the Clear Lake area.
What is a monastery school?
Montessori school, man. It's a school that really focuses on the fine motor skills at a young level.
Nice.
Letting the kids pick out their own projects and stuff like that, and kind of learning at their own pace, their own speed.
Yeah.
And it was really good for
Yep.
blossom. But anyway, then I was going to school with San Jack, and then started a couple different companies. I was working in insurance with State Farm, which was fun, and Benchmark.
Yep.
We'll get to Benchmark in a little bit, but shout out Benchmark if y'all want to come on the show. I know y'all got a Houston Heights house coming out.
Hey, that hotel motel in the Heights, that looks dope.
Javar, Hatham, Austin. We want you up here.
They're killing it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But work with Benchmark Insurance, learned a lot over there. And, jumped from there to State Farm, back and forth. And then I ended up saying, hey, I'm going to jump out of school and run with this.
Yeah.
Did that for a little bit. Insurance didn't pan out for me. ACN was cool for a little while. Then I got my real estate license.
Yeah.
And, I've been doing that for about the past 5 years, and it's been really good. And, crazy times we're living in right now, to say the least, with real estate.
Real estate's blowing up, especially in Houston.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, also, in the mix with this HTown Happy Hour stuff, you know what I mean? We started kicking it for a hot minute, and probably back in, 2011?
Yeah, probably maybe about 2010, 2011.
Yeah, something like
about
that.
About 2010, probably, honestly.
Yeah.
It's been about 11 years now we've known each other, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's crazy, double digits. Or maybe 3, 4.
Yeah, it might have been a couple months, dude.
So look, check it. One time,
I didn't like
we
it.
were out and about, and so we've known each other for 11 years, hard 11. So the joke between us is now we act like we forget now, because one time I was so used to saying like, I've known him for 6 or 7 years. I've been saying that for the past 4 or 5 years.
2 years ago, I didn't like it.
And then so I said, I've known him for 6 or 7, and he's like, it's 9.
Yeah.
It's been 9 years.
So what, man?
And I was like, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Get it straight, bro. Get it straight.
Come correct.
Yeah, you better come correct. With me. So, so anyway, man. So then we started rolling tough with HTown Happy Hour.
Why don't you tell them about how we met?
Oh, we were at the gym, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, hey, can you show me how to lift, Evan? And I was like, not a problem, buddy. I'll show you I'll show you these techniques that I kind of got squared away that I learned about lifting in Seattle, Washington. Right?
Oh, yeah. And he taught me how to lift, bro. He taught me how to lift.
And then I learned by his lessons from me. So.
Hey, but to be real, that is one of the best ways to learn is by teaching.
No, 1,000%.
To kind of, harp on that, like, I love getting to teach people how to do stuff because I learned so much by doing it. It might be annoying sometimes too. I know that.
Well, it might be the way you come about teaching.
Do this.
Learn
now.
how to do it. Yeah. And but no, 100%, because I mean, then you actually, while you're teaching it to somebody else, you get to learn the fine ins and outs of something that you may have only just learned in your head, and now you're like, oh, I didn't vocalize that, but now that I've taught someone.
Right, exactly. Or they may ask a question that you hadn't really, you maybe have just briefly thought about it, but you hadn't given it some deep thought or nothing, and you're like, like they give a different perspective.
Right.
It really helps.
Right.
It really helps.
Well, because a lot of times we get one-track minded.
Yep.
And we're like, no, this is the right way. And then they're like, well, if you think about it in this light, maybe you can have a different, and you're like, oh, whoa.
It's easy to get tunnel vision.
Very easy.
Which tunnel vision isn't always a bad thing, but it's also sometimes you got to have the perspective. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Peripheral perspective.
You got to see outside. How do you say? Maybe obstacles.
Third. Oh yeah, I don't know.
So tell me a little bit about Derrick Diotalevi.
My name's Derrick Diotalevi.
How'd you get your start around here? Where are you? Who you from? Where are you? Who you from?
My pops was in the military. He actually graduated high school out in the Friendswood, Clear Lake area. He joined the military right out of high school. And so, him and my mom met out and about. They actually met in Hawaii. And then, my dad was a pilot in the Army, did 24 years.
Yeah.
So he had me. I was born in Alabama and then just kind of moved around my whole life, everywhere from Tennessee, Florida, Korea, Germany, Alabama, Louisiana, all over Texas.
So HTown worldwide.
Yeah, I lived everywhere.
Cool.
But that's the thing is, my grandparents always stayed here in Houston.
Nice.
So
Good.
Houston was like the only steady place I knew. You know, every summer I would come to H-Town. I mean, my aunt used to drop us off at Astro World every summer, multiple days throughout the summer, and just let us run wild, and then come pick us up later.
I think we've all had our own fair share of days of that.
Right.
You know, Grandma, thank you.
So H-Town was the only place I liked that was like consistent for me.
Okay.
And then so I graduated high school, and my parents moved overseas, so I had my own place in Florida, FLA, and
Where were you in Florida?
Jacksonville. Duval County, baby.
Duval
Let's
County.
go. 904.
Now is it this? I heard it's the Sunshine State, but also
Gunshine State.
I heard it's that click clack Gunshine State. Is that accurate as well?
Yeah, no, it's got its ratchetness just like Houston.
That's where Danny G's at, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Shout
Daniel
out
Green.
to Daniel Green, Knucklehead.
What up, dude?
Richard Weston, Cullen Grahams, those are the homies from
yeah.
high school days.
Oh, yeah.
But I was doing nothing but getting in trouble there, bro. I was making money in all the wrong ways to put it.
So how was the leap over here? When did that happen?
When I was about 19, or about 19, 20, I moved. I was like, you know what? I don't really have much family here in Florida. My parents are overseas. I'm gonna go to Houston. You know, Houston's been consistent my whole life.
Yeah.
And I made the shift. I made the move here, and believe it or not, actually, I guess just to give a little context to the story, I just got out of jail. My brother picked me up from jail and was like, "Yo, your parents got you tickets to Houston. You should move there." I was doing nothing but getting in trouble in Florida. I was a little shit. I was a shithead.
We all have our bad times, but
so I made the shift here, and I was like, you know what? I want to make money legit. There's so many knuckleheads in this world that, you know, make plenty of money and are super successful, and they don't have to worry about the police. They don't have to worry about causing trouble. They don't have to worry about getting in trouble, going to jail and stuff. And so like.
And Houston is kind of a hub for that,
right,
all around.
Sure is.
You know, for people that want to step up and stand up, stand out, and take action. And it's kind of what we're doing here with HTown Happy Hour right now with our podcast. Is we're trying to highlight some of the other people around here in the city who have been able to do just that.
I mean, I feel like Houston's second to none. It's the top in many industries like medical and everything else, man. And like there's just Houston just has so much opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, I know people joke about it in the real estate world, but I mean, it's absolutely true. How many people are moving here from California, from New York, from all these other places where they're like, you know what, we're really tired of the way they run stuff out here.
And you know, Houston's the fourth largest city, soon to be. It will be by the end of this year the third largest city in the United States. Mm-hmm. So, and even more so than that, it's the number one city in the United States for diversity. Number one, H-Town. Yeah. And I love diversity, bro. I like women of every flavor. I mean, oops.
A different flavor of the week, you mean, right? Different flavor of the week. Right. Hey, anyway, back to business. Back to business.
Back to business.
The business gang.
Hey, this is fun, dude. I'm glad we finally just get to shoot the shit on here and talk our smack, bro.
Man, dude, it's about time.
Yeah.
Man, well, I mean,
So we met at the gym.
We met at the gym. I was like, hey, yeah, it's a cool tat. My homeboy has that same tat. And he was like, dope. This is how you bench press, dude. And I was like, oh, all right. And then he starts screaming. He's like, I'm teaching you. And I'm like, dude, shut the hell up. You're screaming.
This way.
Yeah, dude. You are doing it. And so yeah, and then like 2 weeks later, you know what I'm saying, started working at Cafe Adobe.
Yep.
Shout out Adobe if y'all are still in business.
Right.
You know, if y'all should have joined HTown Happy Hour marketing program. Because we've helped out a lot of companies.
I don't think there are any Cafe Adobes left. I think they all shut down. There was like 6 when I got a job there. They should have hired HTown Happy Hour to do their marketing.
They should have hired HTown Happy Hour to do their marketing. I remember, man, whenever we went out to Bombshells?
Yeah.
And we did that Fat Tuesday parade down there in Mardi Gras.
That was so much fun with all the Bombshell girls.
All the Bombshells girls. And, it was funny because we, shout out Morgan Horner. She helped us out. And
don't go too deep into detail about that. No, we don't want to dump on anyone.
No, absolutely, man. And I just remember that was some of the highlighted times.
Absolutely.
They had girls from
and then
everywhere.
what we do after that?
We went out and took photos for the HTown Happy Hour marketing program.
No. But where'd we take the bombshell girls after that?
Oh yeah. Remember Ray Trujillo?
Yeah,
Tell us
with
about Ray.
True Blood MMA. No, I asked you. I said, where did we take the girls after that? I asked you.
Hey, in the interest of journalism, Derrick, I just want to hear it firsthand. What happened what happened the night after?
All right, but are you taking notes?
So we went to, we did the Fury fights, and we had Ray Trujillo out there.
Yep.
And we went to 1919 Wine and Mixology after that. Which was one of the places that we were working with. You know, we threw a couple mixers over there. We were doing the marketing online for them, social media, the photography, the event. We had a whole. It
was
slew.
so cool. We went to, like you said, we went to the Legacy Fighting Championships, and
hey man, we've been interviewing pro fighters over here
with Fury,
who have Fury fights.
Yeah. So we kind of coordinated this whole event where we had like all the Bombshells girls and had like a big old banner made, and so we had like us and the Bombshell girls. You know, we were kind of helping a fighter out at that time with marketing and stuff, Ray, and. We walked them out for like the ring entrance and everything, and had the girls with him. And shoot, Adrian Peterson was there. We got photos with
Sage
AP.
Northcutt was there.
That was the night Dana White was there. That was the night Dana White brought Sage Northcutt into the UFC.
Yeah,
that was that night.
Wow.
Our fighter Ray whooped the dude's ass he faced.
Well, you know what? And we were all running around doing photography, but we didn't have media passes. No. So what happened was my happy ass got kicked out that night. I was up at the ring. I was up taking pictures, right? And then the usher comes up. He's like, "Hey, you got to get out of here. You don't have media pass." I say, "All right." And I turn around and walk away. And then as soon as I see him like around the corner, I sneak back down there. And then he sees me again. He's like, "Hey, you got to go." And so I run all around the area, around the outside until they eventually did kick me out. They found me again. So
hey,
at least I tried a couple times.
That's the only way you're going to get me to stop hustling is to kick me the fuck out.
You got to kick me the heck out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to get quality content photos.
Yeah. So, you know, with HTown Happy Hour, we worked for free for a long time. We just took photos for free to build our following, and it just kind of blew up. You know, all of a sudden we had tens of thousands of followers. Then people started paying us to take photos at their bars, clubs, events, and everything.
You know what I mean? And then it just kind of steamrolled from there. You know what I mean? Eventually, you know, let's talk about. You know, we can talk about some of the team that we had around us or built up, you know, people that were around for a little bit. And then, you know,
a lot of people, you know, helped the cause and everything. We tried to build a team. We wanted to build a round table. Not everybody lasted, you know, it's not often you find someone that sees your vision, which that's one thing I always respect about you, bro. You've since day one seen the vision. I've always seen yours as well. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're visionaries, bro. And that's why we are where we are now.
That's why we're out here still hitting home runs
for sure
on the daily.
For sure.
Check the next video out this weekend on our YouTube. It's actually going out, hitting home runs just the other night, doing drunken interviews with people of Houston, and we caused quite the riot.
We'll be dropping that Wednesday on the YouTube. Y'all tune in. Y'all can catch it. It's hilarious. We got a banger.
Oh, yeah. Again.
We already put on a little bit of it is on the IG story. Just a little teaser.
Just so y'all have a heads up on it. But back to the team around us, you know. I know there's a lot of people that we tried to even put on.
Yep.
That we did, you know, and you know, even from the events and from the remember when we went to Texas Southern?
Yeah, that was so much fun, dude. Texas Southern University.
We had a blast.
Yep.
We had a blast. Tried to put some people on, and it just crumbled under the weight of the pressure of what HTown Happy Hour was bringing to the table.
A lot of people, you know, that's something that's also been consistent in all the people we've been interviewing on this podcast. Is a lot of them will talk about, like, you know, it was difficult to come together, and they had to learn to compromise with each other, but like the team was great. Like everyone talks about that same thing that have been multiple people. And I feel like, you know, the people that aren't here today with HTown Happy Hour still, they couldn't figure that out. They couldn't figure out that compromise. They couldn't figure out the benefit of that team.
And some of them are lone wolves trying to make it happen.
Which more power to you, bro.
Dude, if y'all want to do it by, you know, get it how you get it.
Get it how
you fit in, or whatever they say. Do your thing, dog.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. And so we're out here doing our thing with HTown Happy Hour.
And, you know, it's just some of them, you know, they helped a lot. Like some people helped a lot, and, you know, we both benefited from it. So It was great. Like someone that taught us a lot. Shout out to Paul Whiskey, bro.
Oh, big time.
Fucking hilarious, dude. He was,
Yeah.
you know, he squatted with us, took us kind of under his wing, and we kind of teamed up with him for a while. And he showed us a little bit about the Instagram game and stuff.
Started doing his stuff. Finally, you know, started getting into the comedy world.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We were out
He's-
there doing some photography for him when he was first starting at the
He's
Improv.
a
That
funny
was fun.
motherfucker.
Dude, clowning every
Clowning,
time. Every
yeah.
time, man.
I love it when I see him out now. He's always like, "Dang, dude, y'all did it." I remember back in the day. He's like, "Y'all did it." Shout out, bro. Real
Oh,
recognize
yeah.
real.
Come
homie.
on, man. Come on.
Real recognize real.
Oh, yeah.
So then, you know, I guess.
What were some of the struggles that you came through with, you know, over the past couple of years doing this? What about the talk about HTown's? Maybe not too hard on that.
No, let's. So
Summerfest?
actually, I was about to take it. No, well, kind of there. I was about to take the exact same direction. I was about to say how we shifted from the photography to we kind of shifted
Started
to
doing the
events.
events.
So we did we teamed up with a big name beer company or alcohol distributor, I should say. We teamed up with them and we did some marketing for a crawfish event they had where they did like it was like $30 all you can eat crawfish and they were giving away free beers, right?
Yeah.
And then so we did that, and you know, the very next day after we helped, like went out there, took photos, and did a little pre-marketing for them, we looked at each other and we were just like, "Yo,
This can be done.
why don't we do this? Why don't we have this? Like, what? How hard could it be?" So that day, right after that conversation, we created a Facebook event. We didn't have a venue, and hey, I'm not saying do it this way. This is just, you know, we're young.
This
dumb,
is just
and
the
fucking
way.
getting it.
Yeah. Well, this is just the way to just get it done one way or another.
Yeah.
Is to just set it up, put the date out there, and one way or another it has to get done.
I'm gonna jump in the fucking pool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tiptoe in, sit one step. I'm fucking cannonball.
Do you remember the first event that we did?
Bar Olympics.
Yup. I was just about to say.
So the
Bar
first
Olympics.
event we ever did prior to this, what we were getting
Summerfest,
into.
Crawfish and Chill.
How many people showed up to the Bar Olympics?
Oh, bro, we did nothing but straight recruit when we got there. There was no way. There
Not
was
a single
dude,
person
nobody was there for the
showed
game.
up.
We walked around the bar and we're like, hey, on H-Town, y'all playing these games, all right? We're doing the Bar Olympics for the H.
Hey, we ended up having like 15 people do the Olympics.
We ended up having a whole tournament.
Squad. But that was great.
That was just the first event, and then it
Right.
just steamrolled from there.
And then we did events in between, and then we did our first big event was the we called it the H-Town Summer Festival. And $20. We did early bird. We carried the event on Facebook. $20 all you can eat crawfish for early bird tickets and free beer, because the beer company or the alcohol distributor talking with us, they said they'll give away beer at it. So. Dude, all of a sudden, within like 2-3 days, we sold a couple hundred tickets. We looked at each other, we're like,
Free beer.
looks like we're doing this.
Free beer, man.
Free beer.
That's what's happening, dude.
Free beer. But
Oh, man.
so now, you know, luckily we did the event like 2-3 months out of when we created it. So it was like, hey, now we got to put together a freaking event, a festival.
Sell tickets,
So-
do marketing work.
Yep.
I don't know if he's even still active on Facebook. Remember Mudward 5 Stacks?
Yeah, muddy.
Muddy.
Free band, or I don't want
Free bands, baby.
We did a
Free
free bands,
bands, baby.
event. Oh, I don't have
We
it on the
banged
shoulder.
Free bands, baby.
Dude, you drove out to Florida for the free bands concert.
Tell him.
Tell them commitment, perseverance.
14 hours with nobody else with a license.
Don't go into the
No. No money. They didn't have no money. They're little broke boys with no license. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, excuse me. But it was a frustrating 14 hours there, and then we didn't get into the event, and then it was a frustrating 14 hours back. I think we told you we got into the event just so you wouldn't flip and scream.
I was hoping you wouldn't tell the world that you didn't get in, but it adds to adversity.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I got
Adds
the
to
patch, man.
adversity.
Hey, did we not put out work whenever Young Dolph came through?
Yup, Young Dolphin, all
Young
free
Dolph
bands
came
came.
through.
We
Free
did
bands came
promo
through at
for
the
that.
Ava Center.
Yep.
At the Ava Center, I remember, man, going up to the man. I remember we were walking around.
There's like 100 strippers there.
Oh no, I remember that. No, I remember I was out. We were both running around with the cameras. I remember I go up to the little stage where the girls are throwing a thing around, and I was like, "Hey, for HTown Happy Hour, you know, do some
Yeah.
stuff." And they were just sitting there looking like, "No, No.
You ain't throwing no money.
And I go, hey, on free bands, do it. And they just start dancing. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a true story. I swear.
It's kind of funny now. You tell people we're the HTown Happy Hour and they get wild. Back then, who the fuck's HTown Happy Hour?
Who is y'all? Y'all is what? HTown? Yeah, okay.
Now it's like you said. We tell people we're the HTown Happy Hour. They're like, dude, my girl watches y'all. Y'all are huge as shit. Yes, sir. We made it.
Yeah.
So back to the HTown Summer Festival. We had to put on a festival. We had never done a big scale event like that on our own, and in a couple of days we had sold hundreds of tickets. You know, I think up until the event we ended up pre-selling like almost like 1,300 tickets to this festival. But it was crazy just the ins and outs we had to go through. Like, you know,
even the PayPal account stuff.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into an event though that people don't recognize. Everything from as small as ordering porta potties, you know, coordinating the venue, drawing the whole lineup, reaching out to talent to have them perform. It's a team effort, dude, and you know it's not easy work, dude. So much respect to people in the event industry. It's so wishy-washy. I mean, we had a venue, the original venue we wanted to have it at pulled out, and you know we had to pivot and figure out a new venue and stuff. Not only that, but the free beer, like 2-3 weeks before the event,
that kind of got us into some trouble with.
With TABC. No, not really with TABC. Kind of like basically the beer sponsor reached out to us and said, hey, man, y'all been promoting free beer. You can't technically say free beer.
Ah, come on, man.
We can give away free beer.
How about some tickets?
Yeah. Right.
You want some tickets to the show? Come on.
He was like, yeah, man, y'all just been promoting free beer. He's like, TABC's going to come down on us. And I was like, okay, I'll take free beer off. He was like, you know what? We're going to pull out. So now our venue pulled out. Our free beer pulled out.
It was hectic.
Crazy.
To say the least.
Crazy. But we pulled it off.
I think there were some people that came around and everyone helped out to make it happen.
About 4 days before the HTown Crawfish Festival. It's called it's Crawfish and Chill Festival.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That was the name. Crawfish and Chill Festival.
The HTown Summer Fest.
What's the other one? That's
Mikey
why.
and I were running security and parking and everything in the back.
So this is the
we had
Crawfish
a bunch of events.
Festival.
There was a few events that have been on.
Right.
And if you go check the page, you'll see what we're talking about.
So we found a new venue. We ended up doing it at HTown Warehouse, which is now called...
It was like Edo or something.
It's in Edo. I don't remember the new name of it. It changed. But we ended up, you know, pre-sold 1,300 tickets. And shout out to Trace Page. You know, he came in and helped put that event. Jordan Parker. Big shout outs to y'all. David Rodriguez. Like y'all, it couldn't have been done without all y'all's help, dude. But we ended up buying.
That was the night right before. Wasn't that like a few nights before we were at Paul Wall's birthday party?
Right, we were at Paul Wall's birthday shooting photos for that. Sure were.
So I mean, dude, there have been countless amounts of times that have been monumental.
Yep.
Type events.
So we ended up we found a venue about 3 or 4 days out from the festival, and then day of the festival, we went and bought like $4,000 worth of beer just to give away to people. And you know, we ended up having over 1,500 people, 1,500 people show up. It was huge.
Yeah, and you know, then we started linking up with other people around us, and you know, someone was like, hey, I got a buddy that throws big events in the city.
Yeah.
And we went out and met with Frank.
Yep. Went out and met with Frank.
And
shout out Frank Lou, man.
And the Lou family.
And we
were kind of like, hey, HTown Happy Hour on this thing. And then you know, Derrick's been doing big stuff on that for a while, man.
Yep. So it's kind of like what I like to tell people is HTown Happy Hour is the pudding. People always say the proof is in the pudding. This is our pudding. This shows like, yo, this is what we can do. This is what we've done. Would you like us to do this for you? You know what I mean? We've built a brand from zero to 250,000 followers.
At what point was it whenever we hit 19 million engagements in a month?
We reached 19 million people 1 month.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
That's insanity.
We've had multiple consistent months where we reach 1 million plus people easy.
2.5 million if we have a couple bangers out there.
It's crazy.
But now it's like if I'm seeing under 1 million engagements on our overview,
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to put in some
We gotta
work.
step it up.
We got to put in some work.
But think about that, bro. We reach 1 million motherfuckers in a month, bro. We had a week where we reached 7 million people one time. In a week, we reached from our social media account, HTown Happy Hour Facebook, 7 million people. Like that's influence, bro. That's weight.
I like to think of like, man, there's, since we are a news and entertainment company, there's other news stations out there that aren't putting out numbers like that.
And you can see their numbers.
You can see, yeah.
You can see their numbers. You can go to see their statistics. Facebook makes that. A lot of people don't know this. You can see people's reach and stuff. Like you can look at it. You can see their engagements. There's, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
There's news stations that aren't getting our reach, which is so crucial. Because I was looking at I think they had like some likes on their page. I was looking at like one of these news stations. I'm not gonna tell your names because I'm not giving you free advertising, buddies. And it's about 6:30 time for time for our second advertisement of the hour. HTown Happy Hour. We're sponsoring us. This is our event again. These are the podcasts. This is what we're doing. We're gonna have merchandise be coming out here soon. We're gonna have a couple tumblers. We already have about 1,100 T-shirts. Yeah. But we're gonna slim it down to get a couple.
No, actually, it's already been slimmed down. I did that years ago.
Oh, okay.
It's trimmed down to about 8.
Yeah, 8 good ones.
About a year now.
Yeah. Well, we're also going to get a couple other different items, man. If y'all want to go to HTownHappyHour.com, it's where y'all can find that.
Yep.
Absolutely. Or you can just reach out to myself. Or you can reach out to
HTown Happy Hour?
Bro, it's everything happening in Houston. That's lit.
That's lit.
Check out the video on YouTube, man. Yeah.
Premieres
absolutely.
Wednesday. So we do these podcasts every Sunday, 6 p.m., where we interview. Let's kind of talk about like what the podcast is now.
And kind of like, okay, I'm cool with that.
Let them know what exactly is the HTown Happy Hour podcast we do every Sunday.
Man, honestly, what we're wanting to do is we want to highlight people here in the city of Houston, people that we were talking about earlier, the entrepreneurs, the business owners, the people who have faced adversity, been able to overcome. Those stories we want to be able to highlight here on the show. We want people to be able to tell their side of the story and also have the people of Houston know the faces and the businesses of the people here in Houston.
It's a great way to like give back,
Absolutely.
Like we're giving our platform to, business owners and entrepreneurs and artists and stuff to kind of, so they can be seen by our audience.
Well, because I look at it like this. I mean, we've built such a platform as we have.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who are struggling to get seen.
Yeah, true.
There's some people who are struggling.
True.
And you know what? I want to be able to highlight them.
Yeah. Same.
And,
which we do.
And, because, their story is interesting to me.
Oh, dude, I fucking get fired up every time we interview these people.
You know what I mean?
It makes me want to go check out the
Hey, come on, bring
Yeah, for sure. It's
See
inspiring.
that savagery? We're trying to come with that at every episode.
Every episode.
And if you don't feel it, then you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
And you gonna see the wave coming, that tsunami. It's literally right behind us.
It's called HTown Happy Hour.
What's up?
Yeah, so, we've got about 10 episodes.
I said it's kind of like the coffee discount. Buy 10, get one free.
Yeah, I like that. You said that at the beginning.
I said that right before the show
Give me a little
started.
splash of that
Hey,
bubble.
yeah. Play. Come on, man. Come on. Dip it,
All right, cool,
dip it,
cool,
dip
that's
it,
good.
dip it. All right, man. That cup runneth over, player.
Hey, that's the team, bro.
Hey, shout out to the team. Joe. Big Joe. J-Dow.
Joe. Shout out.
Hey,
We couldn't do this without him.
we really couldn't. 100%, and that's no lie. And also the fourth team member that's always here, we really don't talk about, but the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to give it up to God.
Okay.
That's a team member also. And actually that's why, with our guy Joe over here, didn't you? You were working with the churches for a while doing that stuff, huh? Doing this production and
So Joe volunteers every morning at a church.
What a guy.
Running the production
Seriously.
for them every morning, dude. That's huge. That's crazy. And then he comes over here and we hustle and grind even more. It's
Yeah.
commitment, perseverance. Discipline. Dedication.
Determination. Education. Sacrifice. Diligence.
Sacrificial Joe.
Judicial system.
Judicial system. We love you, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, we love you, dog. For
You
sure.
know what I love? Every episode, people are like, "Oh, I thought y'all were just gonna have your phones and it was gonna be in a closet." And we're like, "Nah, we got Joe on the squad,
Bam,
homie.
bam, bam. Check us out. No, man.
We got Joe on the squad. It's official.
No, man.
Official.
Yeah, no, we're out here. And if you haven't seen our live in 5 shots, I try to do them every episode beforehand.
Yep.
You know, well, and that's what we were doing off the jump. Whenever we were first starting off with doing the HTown stuff, I was just like, I was before I really knew what the hell Instagram was. I just created my own little side account, and I was like, "Hey man, HTown Happy Hour, you know what it is? Come through, come see what we're doing, man. We're going outside and romping and stomping, doing this and that, man."
Jibbing your jab.
Yeah, just lollygagging and jaw jacking, man. Not really anything except for, hey man, check the wave out, it's coming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So we started doing those big events. We had multiple more festivals. Anywhere from thousands of people show up. That's just really risky business, and it's very stressful.
well, and you know what? I'm glad we were able to, other event
Right.
throwers.
Right.
We had like Landry was on here.
Yep.
Couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
live impacts and everything, and he kind of talked about some of the struggles about it also.
Yep.
And then again, that's again where we're trying to head with this podcast. It's just that,
Overcoming
how y'all overcame it. What sort of adversity did y'all face?
Right.
And I think a lot of people that we've had on here have really appreciated coming on the show.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody has.
I think
everyone has expressed their appreciation after the show every time, dude.
And I mean that feels good.
It really does.
That feels good. Like it's just like, man, we're out here doing this, and I mean, we're the people behind the camera for the most part. That's how it was whenever we first started out.
Yep.
We're the ones behind the camera.
But this has been a lot of fun and kind of like fulfilling is putting ourselves in front of the camera now, which we never really did. But that's honestly like right. We did it in the beginning because we wanted to be able to be behind the scenes, and so now it's kind of cool to come out of our shell and let our audience get to know us.
Hey, we're behind the scenes
Hey,
doing
this
things.
is us.
Yeah,
this
make
is
it
us.
happen.
D&E, E&D.
Hey, let's go, man.
Let's go,
Yeah,
baby.
let's go, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's been just that. And it's funny because even when we were out the other night at Velvet Taco, we're out at Velvet Taco. I order a ranch water. He gets the margarita.
Yep.
But he was standing on this side. I was standing on this side. And then we just switched sides. And the dude behind the counter was like, "Hey, what? No.
Yeah, because this is my little brother, guys.
I'm actually 1 year older than him. I know
he's
he
not.
does this every
This is
time.
literally my
every
little brother.
time. He said, "Bro,
My little brother.
dude, don't get."
When was your birthday?
July 25th, 1989.
No, it's not. You're a liar.
Dude, okay.
He was born in 91. Me, on the other
Oh,
hand,
wow, look at this guy,
August
look at this
2nd,
guy.
1990.
Okay, all right.
We're
all
both
right.
Leos, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we click so well. If you can't tell by the beautiful manes we have.
Come on.
Oh, that's good. If you can't tell by
good.
these things,
Yeah.
we're fucking
That's
lions.
out here eating, baby, on our account.
Steady eating.
Yeah, on our accord.
Yes, sir.
Yup. As it should be.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But in all truthness, he's little bro because he's younger than me.
But I got like 50 pounds on him.
True.
Yeah. But whatever the case, out here, running the streets, and there's not many people that can, eat off our plate without our consent on it.
True.
Yeah. And I mean that's the point of being out here putting in work is because, if you don't have the drive from a youngster to want to do something bigger than yourself, do you really even have it? Like, I mean, what are you trying to work for?
Yeah.
And I
think that's the most important thing is what is your why?
Yeah.
What is your why?
I think we all have pretty strong whys. I mean,
Well, you got that.
It makes you think about it. Anytime you talk about it, it just makes you think about it. It's kind of like you get like a few flash seconds of like, what are you doing this for?
Yep.
What's the reason behind this?
Yep.
Why are we here? And
right. They say something about I think there's something I read before. It was like motivation will get you started, but discipline will keep it going. And that's the hardest part is the discipline.
The disciplinarian.
Yeah. It's
Well,
tough.
you know,
because how many times could we have given up, bro?
dude, I didn't want to come up here today. I wanted to. No, I totally don't mean that, man. You know, I'm happy every time I'm here, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's always worth it. The 50-minute drive from freaking Seabrook. But no, I mean, you know, Sundays at 6:00. I know what time it is. You know what time it is. We have a for show foundational block that we're gonna be putting in work.
For sure.
And technically Sunday's the first day of the week if you really think about it. So we got I mean, I guess depending on, you know, your industry, really.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
because
some people work weekends. The weekend ain't even really a weekend. That's their busy time.
I think some people in real estate host open houses.
Well, I mean, shit.
Or what about the work that, you know, you've done on the weekend? Or
that's what I was about to say. Let's be real, bro. We don't even have weekends. Yo, I got 9 to 5 that I hustle, and then
the weekends we're out putting in work too.
Shit, I was in the office for HTown Happy Hour yesterday. I got to the office probably around like 2-3 in the afternoon. I didn't leave the office till like 11:30, just putting in work for HTown Happy Hour, bro. So he kind of touched on it again. We're also doing this thing. So one outlet is these podcasts, you know, where we interview the entrepreneurs and business owners, everything. The other thing we're going to be doing every week now, and we'll release those on and during the week, and then we have our Sunday podcast, but it's drunk interviews. And we say drunk interviews. It's not all drunk people, but basically we go out, stomp the yard, stomp the streets of Houston.
Where were we this last week?
Washington Avenue.
Yep, and I think we walked about 20 miles.
Yeah,
up and down. We probably walked
that
about
day.
20 miles up and down Washington Avenue.
What did we ask? What did we do?
What is a toxic relationship?
Banger. It was good.
And we had people that as soon as we asked it, they would say, No, I'm not doing this. I'm not answering.
And then we had people try to snatch the mic out of our hands.
Wow.
They wanted to answer it so bad.
It's almost like they were trying to eat the microphone, man.
Hey, y'all check it. We're going to drop this video on Wednesday. Me and Evan were spitballing before we were now brainstorming, you know, think tank, shark tank, rawr. But, and so we came up with a couple challenges. One of the maybe I shouldn't say the second. Maybe
not the second one. Just do the first one.
So the first challenge was
if they see the second one, they'll see it.
The first challenge was while we're doing an interview, touch someone's face with a mic, just like, what the hell? What the hell? So that thing, just like rub it on their lips while they're talking and stuff, and just see their reaction.
They didn't do a thing about it.
They kind of just looked like,
they were just like, "Are you really doing this right now?" Yes, I am.
He did it. He challenge accepted and conquered.
Yeah,
like, he did it. There's what. And put in the. See if you can catch that when you watch the video on Wednesday. At one point, he is
just rubbing it all over her face.
It was good.
No, it was the hilarious part about it was her. I think her friend that was with her recognized what was happening.
Yeah.
Because I kept looking over at her, like rubbing her friend's lips with the thing, and she's just sitting there, just like cracking up with me.
The second challenge.
Okay.
We're not gonna say what the second challenge was.
But talking to the mic.
Knowing what the first challenge was, see if y'all can catch the second challenge, because he conquered that one too. He did it twice throughout the video.
It was actually back to back.
It's a good one. Because you'll notice, if you watch the video, you'll notice, like, is this guy really doing this? And he did it.
I really am.
He challenges accepted, challenges conquered.
I really am.
Add that to the notebook. Check mark.
We really doing this shit.
We out here. We outside, bro. We outside. Come see us.
It was hilarious, man.
But so every week we're gonna go out, stomp the yards, and that'll be the other kind of YouTube video content we put out.
Because I think even for like our audience and the people that have been watching, I think, you know, everyone really enjoys the content we've been putting out.
Right. And what kind of content do we put out?
We put out everything happening in Houston.
Yeah, that's true. You could be a little less vague now. Perfect.
Yeah, there's your answer, buddy.
To be a little more, give y'all a little more, to dig into this a little deeper. You know, one time we had someone message our page and they said, "Man, I really appreciate y'all's content and everything y'all do on social media." They were like, "It's like y'all just do nothing but funny and motivational stuff."
Amen.
And I mean, shit, that's us, bro.
Amen.
That's fucking us.
Amen.
Like, that was the best comment I could have ever we could have ever received.
Because as much as it's funny because it's like now that we have this platform to talk, I mean, think about before we started doing this, how many times have you come in contact with somebody who's been like, whoa, that makes me want to be, you know what I'm saying? Someone saying that maybe you've motivated them.
Yeah, or
you know
people that
I mean?
motivated me. Makes me want to motivate people. You know what I'm saying?
Like the lessons I taught from you taught me how to lift in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what HTown Happy Hour is all about, man. No, it's not about happy hours. Every hour is fucking happy. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
You know what, man? And we try to give that happy hour to one person of the city a day, a week, and the other, you know, and all the other weeks, man. You know, it's a good time every time.
But motivation and humor, dude. That's what gets me through life.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely.
Motivation and humor, man. Like
it's funny because humor, you know what I mean? It's like that's the not only is it like you can uplift your entire spirit with a laugh.
For sure, dude.
With a good laugh.
For sure.
You can uplift your entire worldview.
Pick you up from the bottom,
you
bro.
could be feeling down or something like that. And there was a book that I was reading a long time ago called Og Mandino, The Greatest Salesman in the World. And they have these scrolls in the back of the book. And number 7 was, man, I can't remember what number 7 was. Something about laughing. Something about laughing. Like, and man, just check the book out if you want to look at it. But it was something about, you know, I will laugh at the world. I think that's what it was.
Nice.
I will laugh at the world.
That's beautiful.
You know,
I love it.
Because I mean, it's like, you know, you ever get stuck in traffic and you start getting, God, I hate you.
Yep. Yep.
Look at this traffic. Well, one for the record book today, isn't it? You know,
little golden nugget I can drop for y'all. There's one point in my life I used to get super agitated in traffic just like that. I used to flick people the bird all the time.
Always.
And then so like one day I was like, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm not gonna flick the bird anymore. Whenever I'm mad in traffic, I'm gonna just throw people the peace sign and smile at them. From now on. And it totally shifted my mentality, bro. So even when I'm angry now, I know I want to flip this person out. I want to curse.
That's a good testament on you to be able to control rage.
Also,
because rage is a powerful demon that can live inside of us.
It is. And also, it's also fun to do flip side when I accidentally cut someone off. Oops. Sorry.
Well, that's usually the saving grace.
Yeah.
I'll tell you like
exactly.
this. You like to do the peace sign.
Yeah.
My favorite is it's a smile and the wave. If you nod your head and just smile at them.
Smile and wave, boys.
Yeah.
Just smile and wave.
They usually just let you carry about your business. You know what I mean?
Well, all right. You have a good day too,
All
sir.
right. Or you know, I'm gonna let one of my secrets out, but like whenever I'm driving by like a police officer or something like that, I always stick my finger in my nose. so they think I'm just some idiot picking my nose, not paying attention to the world, when really I see you from a mile away and I'm just like, oh.
That's fucking hilarious. I didn't ever know that, dude.
No? Dude,
That's
yes.
great. That's great. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah. And then they think you're just some idiot picking your nose and you're like, no, I'm trying to fool the fool right here, man. Just let me keep going. Yeah.
But kind of to touch back on the happiness and humor and motivation, kind of where I wanted to take that was we love providing that content for y'all. Like, Amen. We thank all of y'all. I mean, we like we say, we got like almost 250,000 followers across all the platforms, and we'd be nothing without y'all guys. Like, thank you to our audience. Thank you to every single one of you that follow us, that like our content, that interact with it, the comments. We read a lot of it. You know, we get...
No, just reading over the comments, of course. You know, all the hundreds of people that tag their friends, all the people that like disagree with, you know, we might say like, oh, H-Town is where it's at, and someone might be like, you know, say something, and we're like, you know, do it. Yeah. Say what you want to say about it.
It's crazy
because like, we're banging H-Town on everyone with this
and it's
stuff.
crazy because we have followers all around the world.
Yeah.
Like we got like a couple hundred followers in Singapore. It's like, what the hell? But yo, H-Town or die.
I think it might be the cool colors too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got some bright
just
colors.
the badass content.
I mean, it's consistent.
Yep.
Quality. content
Yep.
across the boards.
And so we love doing that for y'all, and I can't stress this enough. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank all y'all so much.
Well, because we have a blast doing it also.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we appreciate the people who are watching, it's kind of like, I've always wanted to be on, I like being on camera. Who doesn't like being, or even taking pictures?
Yep.
I mean, at first it was doing the photography and everything. We've kind of, like I said, we've ridden the wave. Mm-hmm. It's given us a vessel to ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And because the storms are coming.
Mm-hmm. And so as we transition, we're always going to continue providing y'all with high quality content. And as we transition to get more in front of the camera, and with these podcasts and with the interviews, where the interviewing's in the streets of Houston, we appreciate y'all for interacting with that stuff. And we hope y'all enjoy it, and let us know.
And give us, and we always like good ideas.
That's exactly what I was
we
about to
always
say,
like good
yeah.
ideas. And because
feedback is great.
If I know one thing about my teammate over here, is pretty much down for whatever when it comes to putting in work for this HTown Happy Hour. Or just in general. You know what I'm saying? It's been that before, it's been this.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it such a killer combo. Mm-hmm. Because that killer instinct is double.
Hit him with that 1-2. Wah, wah.
Yeah, you can't have the one without the two.
Can't have the one without the two.
Because the one, and then the two, and then the two,
and we switch stances every now and then.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes the right is the one, and then switch
sometimes
stance.
the left.
Sometimes the left.
Well, because the jab might knock him down, but the jab might set you up for the two, which is a power punch.
Yes, sir.
So whatever,
yes, sir-ski.
Whichever one to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm number one.
You can be the small little jab. The jab's a target finder. If I'm the knockout hitter, I'll bring the number two. Well, see, that's because he's second born, so he always says that he's first. He's number one. He wants to try to say, he's number one.
Oh, my belly's showing.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, man. Exactly.
That's good. But
well, it's the last 10 minutes of our show, and I want to thank our sponsors, us, again.
HTown Happy Hour.
Us putting in major work.
Hey, but no, let's also shout. All right, continue. Sorry.
Us putting in major work.
work.
This HTown Happy Hour stuff has been a long time coming. And, I just want to give another quick shout out. That's the fourth one of the quarter.
I love it.
Yeah.
4 quarters.
That's the fourth one. And, it's one every quarter, every 15 minutes.
And shout out to the Garage HTX, the #1 event venue in Houston.
Oh, wow.
It's a industrial experience vibe. It's perfect because it's a very raw space, huge warehouse, huge ceilings. You can kind of create your own experience. There's no specific, theme to the event venue. It's a blank canvas for you to paint your art, which is your event as a coordinator. So we do weddings, quinceañeras, we do we've had birthday parties.
What about Bounce Back?
Was
just here the other day.
Bounce Back was on the show.
Bounce Back was just here the other day.
So y'all check it out on Facebook and IG, Garage HTX, #1 event venue in the world. That's why we sponsor them, or they sponsor us. Is because we're the #1 podcast in the world. Correct?
In the world.
Is that right?
HTown, right?
HTown.
Which
one is it?
I think HTown Happy Hour is the #1 podcast in the world.
And if y'all didn't know, HTown Happy Hour is everything happening in Houston.
That's fucking lit.
It's fucking lit.
Is that it?
I mean, let's call it a wrap, bro.
Let's call it a wrap,
bro.
Blast. Dude, I had a blast, man.
Dude.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah,
One more time, HTown Happy Hour. This is Evan Layton with HTown Happy.
Let me say this, though.
Say something.
I wouldn't rather have no ride or die in my life, dog.
Let's go,
You've
bro.
You've been there, bro.
Let's go,
always
bro.
been there, bro. You're one of the realest in the world.
Come on, man.
And I'll always love you, bro.
Hey, I love you, bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't rather be doing this up here behind this TV screen with nobody else either.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's tackle the fucking world.
Hey, man. Hey, we already here, bro. Well, the only way we got is up.
Yep. Joe.
You know what I'm saying?
Joe's right there with
Joe,
us.
you the man with the plan, bro. Hey, thank y'all so much.